Okay. Hey. Oh my God, I'm in the mirror as well. Love that for me. Let me just adjust. Okay, here I am. I have this puzzle. I'm gonna work on it while I stream. I thought, why not? I haven't worked on the puzzle in forever, so I'm very excited just to like be working on it. And yeah, so I'll start with just like sorting out the edges. But it's just been like such a hectic time. So I thought I would just have like a chill video where I'll be like probably mostly like if no one if you know I'll answer some questions, I'll talk a little, and I'll just be also in my zone working on this puzzle. So that's my plan anyways. It's kind of like feeling weird for me right now because it has now been um about 3 months officially, like really since I moved. So it's like weird because like last summer I was out in California for basically 3 months, but then I went back to the East Coast, went back home, went back to school. So now I'm approaching that similar time frame, but I'm not going anywhere, right? Because I'm here now. Like this is where I live. So it's sort of a weird feeling to be like, I don't know. I mean, it's not as if it hasn't been the longest I've ever been away from home because I was at college, right? But I was still like on the East Coast at that time. So I am just feeling kind of funny. I think about it. I definitely don't regret moving out here. I really like being out here, but it's just a weird feeling. I'm just kind of struggling a little bit with the transition of like really being an adult, and this is my this is my life out here. You know, I have a job, I pay bills, I have to like get my own groceries, which really sucks. Okay, I really hate getting my own groceries. It's very annoying. Like it's sort of fun, but I almost always like buy more food than I anticipate buying because I'm like, oh, that looks really good. It doesn't seem to matter whether or not I go to the grocery store when I'm hungry or not. Like it's still, oh, found a corner piece. It's still it's still a struggle. Um, but I'm getting better at it. I mean, I have also been doing like every plate, so it's not even as if I get a lot of my groceries personally, like they just arrive at my door, which is quite convenient, and I do really appreciate that for sure. But I want to get to a level where I can get my own groceries myself and like pick out my own meals and figure all that out, because to me that's just like the next evolutionary step in my cooking and food journey. So that's kind of where I'm at. And also for anyone, ooh, is this a match? Wow, I think so. Yeah. Sometimes I have to turn a puzzle like the other way so I can see. But every time I am done kind of gathering my pieces for like those set that I gather, I look to see if they match or if any of them are gonna work out, basically. Anyways, back to business. So I'm just kind of chugging along and trying to figure out how to function. Somehow it feels like some people are just like so good at being on their own and just they just seem to just magically know what to do and how to do everything. And I feel a lot less confident definitely in some of my abilities to be like a functioning human. Obviously, I know how to like obviously I am a functioning person. I've been living my life doing all right at it and everything, but sometimes it is hard when it feels like other people just know exactly what they're doing, what they want to do, how it's all working out, and then I'm just like, we learning how to fill my own gas. Like, thanks, New Jersey. Um, just kidding. I miss not having to. Well, not that I ever really got that much gas, honestly, before, but I really like when someone else does the gas, so I don't have to get out of my car and I can just chill. But I understand that in California, I get my own gas. It's fine. We make it work. But I'm just like, sometimes it feels like I'm just flailing around like a crazy person, which is cool in a way because I'm, young. It's young. I'm young. It's exciting. But at the same time, I really it's weird because I like exciting like new things happening. I like to be like challenged, but sometimes I feel like I crave a certain type of stability, like almost like planned chaos. Ooh, another corner piece, if that makes any sense at all. And I know you can't plan chaos, like you can't do that. That's not how life works. But I wish it was because that would make everything so much easier. I would kind of be able to walk into a situation and be like, okay, this is going to happen. It's going to be a weird time, but then it'll be done. No problems. So I can handle it. I know that it'll happen, but then it'll be over. But that's not how the real world works. In real life, you can't plan when things are going to suddenly pick up or slow down. You can only just like kind of do your best to move forward with it. And I think that's something that I'm trying to like kind of figure out better how to balance that because I I want controlled chaos. It's just what I want. And I know I can't have it because we can't get what we want. I mean, we can get some things that we want, but we can't get it all. And it's just not feasible to have my controlled chaotic life. It would just be so convenient and I would be happy, I think. But at the same time, I probably wouldn't grow as much as a human being. I probably wouldn't learn as much as when things kind of happen that I'm like surprised by. So there's valuable life lessons to be had. And I know I wouldn't like pick a lot of things that have like happened to well, I'm not like that, but there's things that like I've experienced that I probably wouldn't have chosen to that I might have missed out on some really great fun times. And I'm just trying to like make sure I'm putting myself out there. For example, today, I went on a hike this morning with some of my friends, and we've been talking about it, but then I wasn't really sure if it was going to happen because sometimes we'll like make plans, but then like not that people are flaky, but you're just kind of like, maybe not. And we never really had anything concrete. So I texted the group. I was like, hey, what's the plan? And I almost like didn't do that. I almost just was like, I'll just wait for someone else to do that, initiate. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But then I decided that I really did want to like see my friends and I wanted to like go outside and do something. So I initiated the message and it worked out. We went on the hike. But sometimes I think I kind of will wait for someone else to do something like that because especially like on the weekend, like I'm tired. I was tired before I went on the hike. I'm more tired now, but I'm happy that I went. But I think sometimes it's a weird mix where sometimes I can like justify something as like self-care, but you can't believe a plan made it out of the group chat. But for real though, like we make so many plans that never actually go anywhere. So I was amazed that like this one actually happened. Like we always are talking about doing stuff, and I was just like, I just want one of the things we talk about to actually come to fruition. Is it so hard? It is so hard to make something actually happen, but we did. We made it work, and I mean, not everyone showed up, obviously, but enough people showed up that it was a nice time. But like I'm not saying that I saved the event because someone else easily could have messaged after me and said like, "Hey, I think we should go on the hike or we should do whatever." But I felt like proud of myself for like pushing for it to happen because I almost didn't and then who knows what would have happened. So that's nice. And oh, I put an edge piece in my non-edge pile. That's great. So I'm not being broken into. My roommate just got home. So yeah. Just in case any of my viewers were concerned that I'm just casually making a puzzle while the door opens. Yeah. I haven't gone very far. But yeah. I found 3 of the 4 corner pieces, so I'm doing well. But Life in LA is weird. That's my consensus on my 3 months there so far. And oh, 1 second. You don't have to be that quiet. It's okay.
Okay.
I have like a few people watching. It's not a big deal. It's just for funsies.
Okay.
So you can breathe.
Oh.
You could even say hello if you wanted. But
Hello.
yeah. This puzzle. Also, if anyone just like popped by, this is the puzzle that I'm making. I usually like to do like larger puzzles, but I probably won't even finish this puzzle today because as soon as I'm done streaming, I'm cleaning the kitchen table off. So however much puzzle gets done is how much puzzle gets done. I'm ordering a puzzle mat, but it hasn't arrived yet, and I just wanted to start this puzzle. So that's what's up. Maybe I'll carefully transfer it on cardboard into my room. Hi to your roommate. Yep. You're living it up. Oh my god. Hello. Oh my god, you're popping in on my stream. That's so nice. It's always fun when people I actually know watch my streams. It's like, oh, hello. This is what I do with my spare time. Killing the game, living it up. So, yeah. What was I even saying? Oh, yeah. So it's well, I guess it's officially past my 3-month anniversary here because I moved on the 22nd, flew out here. And some things in my room are still looking like how they did when I moved out here. And I said I was going to clean this or put this here, and it still hasn't happened. So that's fun. But, it's okay. For instance, my dad bought me this stuff for my bike. And guess who? My roommate just tried something on. And guess who still hasn't finished putting all my bike stuff together? Me, even though I've had it for months now. Woo. It just can be kind of hard sometimes to really get myself to do certain things that I don't really know how to do because I'm like, well, I kind of tell myself I'm not going to get it done correctly. And then what's the point? So one of the things I'm trying to work on is just like trying stuff. And, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But like I tried, like at least I'm trying because effort is not that effort is what's most important, but at least I can tell myself I did my best because sometimes I feel like it's easy to justify, be like, oh, I did my best. But it's like, did you? Did you really do your best? And sometimes the answer to that is no. The answer is no, I really did not do my best. I just kind of faked it and hoped for the best. But we're done with that. We're accomplishing things now. And by we, I mean me, myself, and I. But you can also be accomplishing things because I believe in us. And my stomach just growled, even though I ate food before this. Because I knew that if I didn't, I was going to be hungry on stream. And I want to try to go. I've only been going for like 15 minutes. So I want to like do at least a solid chunk of time. Especially because I want to make progress on this stupid puzzle that's been sitting in my floor. Not even in my desk, on my floor. It's been sitting on my floor since it arrived. Because I'm just that accomplished. Where does this even go? That is not where it goes. That's too bad. I was really on a groove of getting everything working out, and I thought I had the puzzle touch. But alas, I do not. So, let's see. And then there's like so much drama in not my personal life. My personal life is actually surprisingly undramatic. I feel like there's always been drama in my life, like as long as I can really remember or recall. But I'm actually doing okay. Like mental health wise, sometimes it's like hit or miss, right? But like there's no like toxic. I don't think I'm really in any toxic relationships, platonic or any kind. Like I feel like I have like good people in my life right now, which is really nice. And like I'm working, I have a job, so we love that. I'm cooking food. I'm actually cooking. Like anyone who knows me knows that that's crazy because I never cooked food ever. Like I used to be like afraid of the kitchen if like my mom wasn't in there. So because I just didn't know how to use anything, but I like forced myself to cook, and miraculously, it's working. It's really annoying when someone tells you, like my therapist was like, you just have to practice like doing things in the kitchen. Like first, just start walking in the kitchen or whatever. And then my therapist was actually correct because, small steps really have made a difference. And it's like, okay, you get to say, I told you so, except your therapist will never say, I told you so. They'll just kind of look at you with that like smug look. Like they basically are telling you I told you, but they have to be professional about it, which is nice because my friends are not like that. They'll just literally be like, I told you so. And I get it. I've definitely wanted to say that myself as well, but I feel like I don't say I told you so because it's annoying. It's like when someone tells you I told you so, they're basically saying like, "See you idiot. Like I was correct and you were not." And it's like, excuse me, that's not really how I want to be treated or talked to. And some people make it like a joke, and I know that there's like inside jokes, so maybe if you're like always kind of telling you so, but it's a long tangent. I don't even remember where I started with this topic, but it just really upsets me when someone tells me that I told you so because it's like they doubted my judgment and then they were proved correct. When it's like sometimes you just have to be proved wrong and it's not the end of the world. It's not like the end of the world if you were wrong about something because you can just like try again another time or like restart it or do it over. There are very few things in life that I have found in my long 22 years of living that are like one and done deals. So I think people are just like overreacting to everything, which is big coming from me, like a drama queen, but it's just my take on things. I don't even know what this. I think I'm making popcorn right now in this puzzle, and it's not looking like popcorn. It's looking like I don't know. What would you say this looks like? To me, it just looks like a bunch of rocks. But I'm sure in this puzzle about movies, there are no rock formations. So that's why I'm betting it's popcorn. I wish there was like a big picture, but my sister got this puzzle for me. Thank you if you're watching. What's the best thing I've cooked so far? Okay, I made these like meatloaves. Those were really good. They were like Greek something style meatloaves. And I made them in like toaster oven. Okay, fun fact, I avoid my actual oven at all costs because it's like because I'm only cooking for like me, I don't really need to use it, right? I can just use the toaster oven. And that they were really cute, except it was like full because there was like veggies, potatoes, and these meatloaves, like all in my little toaster oven, just like crammed in there, which was fun. But that was really good. I've also made a lot of pasta dishes, and it's fun like making some of the sauces because it'll be like tomato paste, which is just like I assume kind of tomatoes. It's not crushed tomatoes because crushed tomatoes are something else. So I can't explain that. But it's like this pasta that I made with these like Italian sausages and I like roasted tomatoes in my oven, toaster oven, correction. And then I added them to the pasta and that was really good. And I made some meatball dishes, though I just made a dish with meatballs and couscous that I really didn't like. So it's important to find out what I do and don't like. And yeah, microwaves do exist. Microwaves and toaster ovens exist. So we don't have to use our real ovens. And I will die on that hill because like it's just so annoying to use a real oven, especially if you're not cooking for that many people because it's so big and then I have like this tiny little dish. It's like I don't need this. But I'm trying to be a chef. It's a slow and steady thing. I might take cooking classes if I could ever find some that I can afford just because I feel like my technique is not great for some things. Like when I chop vegetables, like I'm supposed to like finely chop garlic a lot. How does one finely chop garlic? Like I do my absolute best and I still feel like the garlic pieces are massive. But I'm trying. Like I don't know what I could do better or worse. Well, I know that I could direct chop it better, but I don't know how to do so. So that's kind of why I maybe want to take cooking lessons. But it's cool. So I am making progress on the edges. I hope I got them all. Considering that I already found one edge piece that made it into the non-edge pile, I'm sure I've missed another, but we shall see. And I'm still missing, I think, one of the corner pieces. I have one, two, three. Yeah, I'm still missing a corner piece. But that's okay. I will find it. Garlic press it instead. Is that like a tool? Is there such a tool as like a garlic press? Is it like a thing that I can use? Or Because I also have like minced garlic. At first, I was just using my roommate's minced garlic, and then I felt bad because I was using so much of it, so I got my own garlic. Well, I'll have to invest in a garlic press because it's so hard to finely chop garlic, like without making me feel like I'm about to chop off my fingers, which is not exactly what I want to do with my time, right? Like I'm not trying to murder my hands. I'm trying to just eat some dinner or prepare my lunch leftovers because I pretty much just like try to cook all the food that I eat like during the week. Obviously on the weekends maybe I'll like go out or like I'll or like have some food delivered or something. But I like do a lot of my cooking, so then I'll eat my own food that I pack in like little Tupperwares to bring for lunch. So it's important that the food tastes actually good because like the other day when I brought my couscous meatball food in that I ended up not liking, that sucked because I didn't have a backup food. Like I had snacks in the office that I could eat, but I didn't have a backup like any backup food. So I just had to like eat this food I didn't really like. And then I ended up like just not having that much of it because I just didn't like it. And then I had extra popcorn instead. So I was like making sure I was at least getting some nutrients in there, if you can count popcorn as nutrients. But it was definitely not like what I intended to be eating, basically. But I'm trying, sometimes you gotta be flexible. The meal doesn't taste good. You gotta eat it anyways, or as long as it's not like poisonous. Obviously, if it's poisonous, don't eat it.
You should get a garlic press. You put one clove in and you like
Yeah.
squeeze the two handles and it minces it.
All right, my roommate just convinced me to get a garlic press. When I get my next paycheck, every time I get a paycheck, I tell myself there's something I'm gonna buy with it. And sometimes it's things like loofahs and kitchen shears, which is maybe not the most exciting purchase you've ever made, but I was so happy with my kitchen scissors because I was using my regular scissors to cut things and they were getting all like gross. But like I just bought myself a pair of matching pajamas. That was my recent purchase that I bought because I've been wanting a pair of matching pajamas for like a year. Finally did it. Pampered Chef garlic press. Well, I don't know what the brand will be. I'll probably get whatever the cheapest garlic press I can find that theoretically works. But I do like some Pampered Chef stuff, so I'll definitely check it out. I appreciate all the recommendations coming from the chat and the omnipotent roommate who just knows all. Yeah, but when I get my matching pajamas, I'll make sure to wear them for a video, just so I can show them off. They're not striped though or anything. They're just like a plain blue color. Just hoping it fits because as you know from the last video I made, I was like complaining about how ordering clothes online like was not fitting, even though I like was following my measurements. I think I just need to measure myself again, but I don't have one of those measuring tapes. I tried to cook beans the other day and they all burned to the bottom of my pot. That is a tragedy. I've definitely like burned things before though. And we have like a really, really sensitive smoke detector thing. Like anytime I cook meat, it goes off and it just makes me feel like a failure of a chef, even though I know it's just the sensitive thing. And I would want it to be sensitive so I don't like die. But I'm sorry about your beans. That is really depressing. I haven't tried cooking beans actually, like except, well, no, I made like a chili dish and that definitely had beans in it. But that didn't burn surprisingly. But like this morning I made toast and I have actually burnt my toast before, like burnt where it's like I forgot that it was in the toaster oven and I was sitting on the couch and then I smelled it, which is bad. Like if you're sitting far enough away from a toaster oven, you should not smell the toast. And it was like charred and then the detector went off. But like this morning it was barely golden brown. I like opened the toaster oven. I keep pulling your microwave now to check on the toast. And then the thing went off. And then I tried turning it off and it didn't turn off right away. And I was like, this is terrible. But then it just magically shut off by itself. So that was fun. I hope I didn't break it. I don't think I did. I'm sure it just took a moment to kick in. But I've officially lost sense of where I am in this puzzle. But it's all good. But basically, I'm a chef. A budding chef. I do not have a green thumb though. You can't see it, but we got these flowers and I watered them and they still died really fast. So it's okay. The last time we had dead flowers, they literally sat here for like a month. So we just will always have dead flowers, but it's spooky season now because it's September. So it's fine. We make it work. But oh, I inspired my roommate to water the plants. Oh, they ran out of water? I just watered them. It's a very large bouquet in a very small vase. So I think they just take more water than I can give. Which sounds like a metaphor for something else, but it's not. Literally, it just doesn't. Yeah, we'll see if they perk up a little. I don't have high hopes, but they were beautiful while they lasted. It's like that poem from not sure if it's like that Spanish guy. Oh, that was not helpful. Like Garcilaso, maybe. I my AP Spanish lit teacher is not happy with me right now that I can't remember who this. Oh, I found the last corner piece. Much rejoicing. And I immediately got it connected to something. Great. I think it was Garcilaso. I don't know. There's some poem where it's like about a flower. It's really about a woman, but it's about a flower, and it's how beautiful the flower is, and then the flower, decays, dies, and turns to dust. And it's like, great. Lovely. And that's what I remember. And then there was like Memento Mori, which is like, you will die. And that's the kind of cheery stuff we talked about in AP Spanish literature. That you will die and you will become old. Which there's nothing wrong with becoming old. I think we have like a problem in our society where, well, there's obviously ageism, but where it's like people are like afraid of becoming old. And there's all this like stuff to like look younger. It's like people, why do you want to necessarily look younger? Like, I feel like when I think about even when I was in high school, when I was younger, I made some of like the stupidest choices of my life ever in high school. So it's like, do I really want to look like I did when I made dumb decisions in high school? Like, no. And I'm sure in another like 8 years, I'll be like, wow, I made a lot of stupid decisions when I was in my early 20s. As long as I'm still around, that's the plan anyway. I'll think of all the stupid things I've done recently. Even though right now I feel like I'm, making very smart choices. For example, eating bread and olive oil for lunch. Smart choice. Though I am going to make a flatbread pizza as well, but I like ate breakfast and then went on a hike and then I had to eat some more food and I also had applesauce. So I have to kind of balance out what I eat and when I eat. Lots of small meals, that's my vibe. Also, I am killing this game at the puzzle. I just jinxed it. I just made like 4 in a row, but then I tried a 5th one and it failed. But I'm not guessing. Like, I really do think the puzzle piece will fit before I try it. Like, there are times when I get desperate when I'm doing a puzzle and I will literally click. I will try to push anything anywhere. But I'm not at that level. I think my goal for this puzzle session will just be to get all the edge pieces and like get the whole edge. And then I'll see, because I don't really feel like doing the actual middle of the puzzle and everything today. And I can't leave the puzzle out on the table. So that's why I said it'll be a short-lived puzzle. But there's just...
You can leave it on the table.
Well, we'll see. Okay, my roommate said I can leave it on the table. We'll see how big it is because I don't want to take over. I mean, the table's been taken over by my junk before. But, a puzzle's kind of annoying. But I might also finish like this weekend or very soon. Because I don't really like leaving a puzzle undone. It's like a story that you left half read, like it like itches at my soul to finish it. I just don't think I'll finish it all in this one stream. Although I just got a really successful, can you see it? Can you see? I just got this whole really successful line I just did. Killing the puzzle game. Okay, I jinxed it again though, because as soon as I said killing the puzzle game, I don't see a single piece that connects to anything else on this table. But there's only like 4 pieces left. Okay, I don't think they have all the edge pieces. I mean, hopefully all the pieces are here. Though maybe it's just like a tiny puzzle. What are the dimensions of this thing? Does it say? It doesn't. Okay, that's great. Well, once I have all the edges done, or like found all the edge pieces, I will try to replicate this picture and see what it looks like. Because there's one piece that's like really, really dark. And I don't know where it goes. Like, unless there's a chance that someone had to buy like a puzzle piece that they just shoved in here. Because it doesn't really fit. But we'll see. mean, worst comes to worst, the puzzle doesn't have all the pieces. Which would be devastating if it was like a puzzle that I was obsessed with. But this is just like a fun, quirky little movie puzzle. So it won't be the end of the world. But hopefully it has like enough pieces that I can make some real progress. Ooh, see, this is not an edge piece, but I think I know where it goes. Yep, I got it. I did a piece. That always happens to me. I always tell myself I'm going to be very strict. I'm just going to start with the edges, and I'm going to ignore any other pieces that I see. Then I always cave, and I just always do. Okay, now let's put the pieces by like the proper corners that they belong. So we got this weird star thing that you can't even see from this angle. Goes in one corner. Then we have another weird star type thing in the other corner. Do these go together? Yeah. And at the bottom, we have a blue thing. Oh, that leads to it's like an old color TV. That's helpful. And then the final corner, where's the last piece? There we go. I have no idea what this is. It's like 4 different colors and it means nothing to me. But now that I have the corners, that they're all in their proper corner positions, I will try to figure out where everything else goes. Okay, we got some film reels, I guess. And there is popcorn. There's actually multiple popcorns. There's like some popcorn that's falling, and then there's like the main popcorn. So that's cute. But it does look like rocks to me still. Like I stand by my earlier assessment. And then, this is another popcorn dish. This is the part where I really gotta focus because I have no idea what some of these things even are. And I'm just chugging away at it anyways. Blue. Yeah, see, I feel like I don't have all of the edge pieces. Like I tried my very best to gather them all up, but I do not feel confident that I have them all. But you never know. I might surprise myself. So maybe this puzzle really isn't that long because I feel like this is like half. Oh, I just broke it. This is like half of the bottom. So maybe I have all the edge pieces. It just feels like I do not. But I mean, it's possible. I'm just playing it by ear a bit. This is film, a roll of film. They really went hard at all the films. I mean, it's a film puzzle, so what else do you expect? But it's sort of funny how much they really put in here. And then let's see. So once I'm done like reading this list aggressively, I will go back to talking about something other than the puzzle pieces. I'm gotta focus. Gotta be in my zone right now. Talk out loud. I would do it silently, but it feels weird if then someone pops by on my stream and there's just like me silently building this puzzle. No background music, no nothing, just quiet. But I can try it. I'll try being quiet and see how it goes. It's boring being quiet. I'm going to talk out loud again. Oh, now the baby's crying. Thanks, baby. I'm not sure if you guys can hear the baby. We hear the baby all the time. And I understand that babies cry and stuff, but it's a little annoying sometimes. Just a smidge. Oh, got louder. Oh, well. Let's see. More film reels. Oh, this is on the bottom. Okay. Everything is like very colorful, poppy. Kind of giving me like Frank Lloyd Wright vibes. And I think it's might give me a headache, but we push through. I am determined to get this edge done, so we shall see. Oh, did you guys hear that? Really? Probably not, but that was a very satisfying click. Sometimes puzzle pieces that are like older or used don't like click the same way. How many puzzles have you completed? I've done a ton of puzzles. I probably couldn't like name how many, but let's see. I've done like a few of New York City, Washington, D.C., Paris, a horse puzzle, a bunch of like animal puzzles, like fantasy, like of like more multiple. Like I did like one with like horses, like breeds and types. It was like kind of scientific. I mean, probably at least like, I mean, I'd say over 20 puzzles, maybe even like 30 puzzles. Like I've done a lot of puzzles. And then so I did like multiple times. Like I wouldn't Mod Podge and like frame them. I would just like take them apart and then do them again later. Because I really enjoy like doing something with my hands, something like kind of tangible. And I just think puzzles are really fun, especially, I mean, I do like all sorts of puzzles, but there's just something about a jigsaw puzzle that I really, really enjoy. But yeah, I have no idea how many puzzles I've actually completed. It's a good question. Sometimes I wish I like knew I wish I knew like my own fun facts like that. Like, could you imagine if someone asks you a question, you're like, 1 sec, I gotta check like the reference, and then the reference is like some character in your brain that just goes, you've done this X amount of times. And then you're like, oh, thank you. But sadly, we do not have that kind of a system. And maybe not sadly, maybe it'd be really annoying to have an actual answer to every question that someone asked you because, you know, your brain actually remembers everything. But it would certainly be unique. Okay, all right, we're getting somewhere on the top, which you guys, again, you can't see the top of the puzzle at the moment, but we're making progress. I'm not making much progress on the sides of the puzzle, like the top and the bottom. I'm getting somewhere, but the sides are definitely more of a struggle for some reason. But yeah, I really don't know why that is. Let's see. 1 million. 1 million. 1 million puzzles? I don't even know. 1 million. I like totally blanked out for a second. I mean, if you count like Sudoku puzzles, jigsaw puzzles, crossword puzzles, like any kind of puzzle, I've done like, I can't even count. Like I can't even try to fathom how many puzzles I've done, but I just really love jigsaw puzzles, and that's why I'm ordering myself a puzzle mat, because I used to have one, but I have no idea where it got to. So it does me literally zero good. It does me no good to not know where it is. Also, the piece that I thought was at the bottom apparently is at the top. So that's always fun when you're completely wrong about where something is in your puzzle. It's because there's like similar things, like similar vibes at the top and the bottom of the puzzle. So that's why I'm not totally crazy. I just was wrong about something. It happens to the best of us and the worst of us and the middle of us, because I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm just a poor soul struggling along with this puzzle. And I have no idea what this is supposed to be. Like, no clue at all. Some kind of spiral. There's a lot of weird blue spirals. And I'm not sure if they're just supposed to be cables or like, I really don't know what they're supposed to be. But it's confusing. Let's see. Okay, we're making progress again. Every time I like feel like I'm at like a rut, just got to take a deep breath and bada bing, bada boom, find another piece. Okay, this puzzle is definitely shorter than I thought it was, because this is like almost the whole top already. I'm just missing like a couple, like maybe a few pieces, and then it'll be like the right length. So potentially I might actually be able to do more than I thought, but I have to see how it ultimately pans out. 'Cause I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do more than I thought, but I have to see how it ultimately pans out. 'Cause I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do more than I thought, but I have to see how it ultimately pans out. 'Cause I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do more than I thought, but I have to see how it ultimately pans out. 'Cause I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do more than I thought, but I have to see how it ultimately pans out. 'Cause I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do more than I thought, but I have to see how it ultimately pans out. 'Cause I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do more than I thought, but I have to see how it ultimately pans out. 'Cause I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do more than I thought, but I have to see how it ultimately pans out. 'Cause I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do more than I thought, but I have to see how it ultimately pans out. 'Cause I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do more than I thought, but I have to see how it ultimately pans out. 'Cause I don't know if I'm I still am really confused by this piece that is like very dark. It feels as though it doesn't belong in this puzzle, but you never know. It could just be a weird puzzle. Right, let's see. This is gray. It is nice when I start like connecting serious dots in my puzzles. Makes me feel like I'm accomplishing something. Okay. So half of these pieces are just reminding me of like Among Us, which is really funny because I haven't even played Among Us in forever. But it's just what I'm seeing. Oh, is this going to be the whole side? Oh, this is a tiny little puzzle. Look at that. That's the whole side right there. Okay. Okay, we can do it. Right, where does this go? This is, I feel like this goes up here, right? Okay, maybe it's a little, so it's short, but long. Okay, that's fair. I can see it. Okay. No. All right, we got 2 edges totally done. And then, let's see, I still am not feeling confident that I have all the edge pieces, but we'll see. Okay, now we're really flying through them. Ooh! We do have all the edges, and this black piece just doesn't belong. This is sus. This is a sus puzzle piece. Why is there a piece that doesn't belong in this puzzle? Oh, it's so tiny. Look at this. So small, so cute. Okay, now that I've done the outside, it is time to do the next phase of sorting, which is usually like I'll look for kind of color pattern or I'll look for something specific. So there's like a bunch of popcorn stuff. So maybe I'll sort by like if it's red and white, I'll sort in like where it could be like popcorn bucket. If it's blue, then it could be like the cables. So that'll be like in one area. Just so that way I kind of have like a starting point to go with something because otherwise like it could literally be anything at all. Or these 2 pieces that I just picked out of nowhere actually connect. So that's interesting. But I just like to sort by like the main color because that's easy. Or as I just was saying, the popcorn bucket, which is obviously multiple colors. And then if it's not any of those things, then it kind of goes back in its own pile of like rejects. Which is not to say that obviously eventually it'll get taken and I'll eventually like have to, relook for it. But and the popcorn itself. But I just got to start somewhere because like I just do not have the ability to just do everything. Is the technique to do the outside first? I think so. I mean, that's how I kind of was taught to do puzzles. I don't know. I know there are some people who I think it's insane who will just like do like whatever they kind of see first. But I think most people will do the outside of a puzzle first. I mean, that way you kind of get a sense like visually where things go. You kind of can like make by quadrant, and then there's the test strategy to like build in, which I sort of do, like, but that's kind of more of an accident or like happenstance thing. So, like for example, while I'm going through and sorting these pieces by like my color system, maybe I end up seeing a piece that like not on purpose, but I know exactly where it goes because it's a very distinctive piece. Like these popcorn kernels, like I know that the popcorn has to go, and I just got it, has to go like right at the top near the popcorn. So that's an example of where I'm building from the outside into the middle, but not, it's not like wasn't my goal necessarily with those things. Or if there's words, like this word is part of ticket, I'll save that. There's another word, cinema. Like when I see letters, those are super easy to kind of remember. So I will like keep those in mind. Another popcorn piece. But for the most part, I think most people kind of do by the outsides and then key objects. Like this puzzle's a little like, I'll show you the puzzle again. It's a little hectic looking. Like there's not like, it's not like a particular landscape where you can't do like a house or a roof or a tree first. Like it's all like mumbo jumbo stuff like smushed together, which I think is a fun thing. And I just enjoy that kind of stuff. So it's nice, but it's a little confusing. It can be a little like confusing on the eye, sort of, I think. But I think that's like the fun, rewarding part of doing puzzles also is there's always like this phase when it feels like you're never going to complete the puzzle because it's just like too confusing or it's too. Oh, is there also a word that says movie? There is. Look at that. What was I saying? Yeah, I think like it can get to a point where it feels just like too really hectic. But then, you always overcome that phase or stage and then you finish the puzzle and it's very satisfying. So that's my long-winded answer on the technique of the building of the puzzle. I'm trying to think. I used to do puzzles with my grandmother. Like she would have some like ready for me to do when I would visit. And then we would like obviously sort of do them together, but sometimes I kind of would just like do them myself. But oops, it's a very fragile little puzzle. But she might like sit there with me and we would kind of talk while I was doing the puzzles. Or I know one of my uncles sometimes would do puzzles with me, though he was always really bad at puzzles. Like he would see a piece and try to put it in the correct spot and it like somehow wouldn't fit. And I don't think he was like trying that on purpose. Like I genuinely think somehow he would not get the piece to fit. And then I would put like the same exact piece in the same spot and it would fit. Now maybe it was all a great ploy and he always was planning it, but I really think that it was not the case. You should try building Lego structures. I actually did build my Lego bonsai tree on a stream. I built part of it on a stream because Legos are really fun. But I don't own a lot of Legos, and I'm just not not in a financial situation where I can just like spend money on stuff like for content per se. So, but if I ever get stuff to be built to be like that I can build, I definitely like doing that and it's fun to do for sure. I just am not currently at that point in my creative life. Let's see. Does this fit? No. Yeah, but they can definitely be very intricate. Especially, I really enjoy the ones that are like plant Legos or like architecture ones. I think those can be really fun. My sister used to have a ton of. I think you would say like they were like for architectural type Legos, and they were pretty cute. Okay, this is definitely part of the popcorn container, but I don't have enough of it yet to build the rest of it. Happy Rosh Hashanah. Thank you. Yeah, it's nice. It's kind of sad because I can't celebrate Rosh Hashanah with like my relatives or anything because I'm in California. But it's okay. I knew that I was going to be far from my family when I moved. It's just sort of a sad reality. So it's very kind of you. Same to you. All right. Some weird pieces in this puzzle. And yet, even as I say it's a weird piece, I see where it goes and I make it happen. It's the power of puzzling. Also, here's another piece that was randomly pulled that matches. That's super weird to me because even though I know that the puzzle probably was done before because it's like a used puzzle. It's still been in a box and in a bag and been shaken up and all this stuff. So like, how does it still perfectly line up immediately? These are the questions of our times that will never truly fully be answered, which is upsetting. Also, I had a piece that was not correct, but now it is. So all is well in the world again. All is well. It's another radio piece. Is this part of the ticket? It is.
I'm gonna go to Target soon. Do you want me to wait for you, or do you want me to go?
Yeah, I'll probably. I've been streaming for. I'll probably stream for another like 10 minutes.
I can wait. I actually need to leave at like 2:30.
Yeah, no, I would love to go to Target with you.
I want to go.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you heard those mutterings, I'll be streaming for another 10 minutes. I'm really pleased that I got the edges done. Potentially, if I'm really bored later, I'll pop back on and maybe I'll be almost done with the puzzle and I'll be like, haha, just imagine all I've been doing this whole afternoon is just working on this puzzle. But, okay, I was so convinced I knew exactly where this puzzle piece went. But now I'm looking at the picture and I have no idea why I was so confident because I don't see anything that looks remotely like this anywhere on the puzzle. So that's great. And there's all these like yellow stars, which I think is actually no, there's just like one giant yellow star actually. I guess I just was going through the pieces to the point where it made it look like there was like a bunch of them. And then there are a few like letters or curly cues. Like this looks like a spiral of some sort. So I'm trying to see where that goes because I'm feeling lazy and I just want to pop it in, but I don't know. Alas. It's like as soon as I announced when I was ending the stream, I feel immediately less motivated to finish this puzzle. I mean, I will finish it. Oh, I see where the curly cue goes. It's French fries. French fries. How interesting. I don't associate fries with the movies. Like, I really don't. At all. I mean, I guess you could eat anything at a movie theater, but like French fries seems suspicious. Okay, we're making progress though with our words. I found a bunch of ticket pieces. It's kind of what I'm slowly building up over here. Tickets. Wow, actually slowly building up, more like I'm almost done building it. Yeah, wow. That's exciting. It's nice to feel like I'm accomplishing a couple things with this puzzle. There's also a lot of things that look like eyeballs. And oh my god, there's even like an eject button. That's so funny. I'm like noticing all these weird things about this puzzle that I really did not notice right away upon first glance. That's such like a fun part about puzzles, I think, that you're just constantly seeing new things and it's very nice. Okay. Let's see. Ow. I don't know why it just like popped something. You probably didn't hear it, but it felt like just pulled my shoulder muscle. Not really. It was just like a weird sensation. It'd be really embarrassing if I like actually injured myself while I was putting together a puzzle. Be like, so how did this happen? You're like, I have no idea. I was just living my life, building a puzzle, and then death. Another one of these radio pieces that are haunting me. But where did I put the other? Here it is. Oh, I love when I like move a puzzle piece and because I think I don't need it and then I realize I do need it and I remember where I put it. It's a very satisfying feeling. It's like, I know there's just something, I just love making puzzles. The whole thing is a satisfying experience. More popcorn. Okay, but that didn't, there we go. I was like, this is obviously the popcorn basket. Why isn't it working? All right, you guys can see that it's taking shape a little bit. Ooh, I found more of cinema. Actually, that's the first cinema I have found. I have stuff for tickets, movie, and cinema now. Killing the game. And then there's also, I'm not sure, there's a lot of things that have lines in them, and I'm not totally sure what all the lines are for. But I guess they will slowly, like I'll slowly realize what everything is. And then there's also like a TV, like a screen, like some kind of a monitor that I'm building. And that's pretty easy to see because it's like this blue stuff with like those little frame things like in the corners. I do appreciate when things are easy to see. I know there's puzzles. Like the one puzzle I don't think I'll like ever kind of do is the ones that's all like one color, like they're all gray or they're all brown or they're all whatever, or they're all white. And it's just like I know it's like a challenge because then you're really like just connecting the pieces and there's no hints or indicators of like what the surroundings are because everything's the same. But to me it just sounds so boring to do. Like one of my favorite things to do with a puzzle is kind of come up with a story while I'm doing the puzzle. Like obviously not right now because I'm talking and like streaming, but like if I was just doing this puzzle by myself, I would be like, oh, coming up with some narrative in my head because that's just what I do. And you cannot do that with like a totally blank slate canvas. And it's one thing, like I enjoy a blank canvas when I'm about to paint something or draw because it's like offering a bunch of possibilities. But if I was just doing a whole puzzle like that, I think I would get so bored so quickly. I would just be like, yeah, I'm finding literally anything else to do with my time. So I'm almost done building the ticket. This is this little patch here, ticket. Do you leave the puzzle out after completing? Well, I probably won't leave this puzzle out. I think it's very cute. I like it, but I'm not going to, like, this is not the kind of puzzle that I would like Mod Podge and frame. So when I'm done with it, I'll take a picture of it, be like, woo, maybe lead up for like a day, and then I'll probably take it apart, put it back in the box. And maybe I'll do it some other time, or maybe I will like pass it on to someone else who wants to put together a puzzle. But some puzzles I do definitely leave out, or like they'll end up somewhere in the house, or like maybe as a gift to somebody. So it really depends on what the puzzle is, and also like if I have room for it somewhere, or if it like matches like a theme of like a space where it could go. I'm also gathering like all the stuff is like film reels because I feel like there's a lot of them throughout the puzzle, but I feel like if I have a nice little patch of them, it'll be easy to figure out which is which. Okay. Well, I want to do one more piece and then I think I will call it after that. And I just did my piece. That was very easy. And it's almost exactly Oh, hello. Thanks for tuning in. I feel a little bad that you just popped in and said hello because I was literally about to end the stream, but you can replay it, rewatch it. And if you have any questions or comments, you can always ask them in the comment section versus in the chat, and I will get back to them as soon as possible. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It was fun to work on this puzzle, answer a couple questions, just kind of ramble because I love talking. It's one of my favorite activities. And I will reach over so I can actually close. There goes the salt and pepper. Okay. Ooh, a care package. I will absolutely text you my address. Thanks for watching my stream. And it's my aunt, by the way. I'm not texting a stranger my address. Strangers, if you can ask me for my address, you won't get it. People I know, thank you. All right. If you like the video, please give it a nice thumbs up. Comment down below anything you like if you're watching on the replay. And don't forget to subscribe because I make videos all the time. All the time, all the videos. All right. Bye.